Hey YouTube, it's Nicole Wymore. I had a few questions, a few thoughts, some random things I wanted to discuss about this YouTube beef, this blackout for Love and Marriage Huntsville, True T, and the rest of the content creators. I like True T. I would have to say that I did like her a lot more prior to her struggles with the other content creators. I feel like she is a lot more vicious and harsher, but I feel like there's a reason for it, so I get it. Um, I didn't understand how she could say that we need to black out Love and Marriage Huntsville. And when I say we, I mean y'all, because I wasn't watching the show after a certain point. I don't watch TV after, like, some some things I just can't. And I've been watching YouTube reviews for a long time now because I just don't have time to weed through the shit I don't want to see from the characters and cast members I don't like on the show. I just don't want to. So what I do is to compensate for me not seeing it myself, if I choose not to watch it, is I watch a whole bunch of different reviews to get different perspectives on the show. And then I give my take on those reviews. I try to read between the lines and I give what my thoughts are on them. I just did a video prior to this where I actually attempted to watch after a long time of not watching the show. And I just couldn't get past the first commercial break. It's too much bullshit on the show. So prior to my attempt today to watch the show again after some time, because I did used to watch it when it first came on, I can now understand why a blackout was called. I understood it then, but now I know, so I for sure understand why. If you can get through watching this show with all the bullshit that goes on with the attacking of Melody, it's just crazy to me. Godspeed and more power to you. And I have so much more respect for you as a content creator who watches it, reviews it for us to watch. I get it. I don't like the show. It's just too much drama, BS, and bullshit and things that just don't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're talking about shit that don't make sense to be talking about and arguing over and being worried about and fussing about and arguing about and being mad about and holding grudges over. It don't make sense to me. Especially when we are in St. Thomas. It is such a beautiful place to be. And there's 3 chefs of food to be down there eating. Girl, you on vacation. You supposed to be drunk, living your life, drinking and dancing and girlfriend politicking, and you got business people there to be learning from. Like, girl, I ain't got time to be sitting here worried about you who broke up with somebody and now I picked him up, dusted him off, and made him who he is today. He decided to put a ring on it and go down that aisle and say, I do. Girl, I'm not arguing with you about that. And Trisha, you just want a moment. You more pathetic than Destiny is at this point. You want a moment off of someone else's husband who got left in the dust, did not remember you, don't want to claim who he has another baby with outside of his ex-wife's marriage, and ain't the brains of the operation, struggling his damn self. Why are you trying to come up on that situation? I can see if he was a male situation, he was doing well for himself and he had money and he was a girl. Go sit down somewhere because you sound stupid. You look stupid. And I'm not just talking about what your outfit and your hair look like. Okay? Because that's another story. But I don't understand this True Tea and this Wente Talks and this content creator Caramel Rel beef. Everybody steals a little bit of something from everybody. Okay. And you're not the only person who can. Now, this is how I feel. Like, I like True Tea, but on the other hand, I think that she's just overreacting and doing too much. You're not the only person who can pull a court case and report on it. You're not. Now, I understand that you might be directly involved and you'll get your video up, but you can't be mad at somebody for pulling the case and talking about it if they choose to on their own platform. I don't agree with that. Um, Caramel Rel pulling an image and making it her own and then putting it on her channel. We all do that. Everybody does that. Otherwise, how could you get an original photo? You can't unless you took it yourself. So we're all using a little something from someone else's work. Now, should she give credit where credit is due? Sure. Maybe in the comments somewhere, maybe in the description somewhere, maybe. Sure. But the way to go about that isn't the way that you've been going about it. You kind of are a very, I hate to even say it, but you're aggressive. It's aggressive. I'm not saying that in some cases you have a right to, but it's aggressive. It just is. And so I don't really like it. I think that okay. And another thing that did bother me in the very beginning when it came to doing the blackout, when she first announced the blackout, was that just because Melody had not been watching the show and had not been like promoting it or saying anything about the show doesn't mean that she wants you to black out. Again, that's a stream of income that she uses to take care of her children. So if you call for a blackout and people listen to you, then that's a form of income that's just being starved from her. I feel like I don't think she would have ever said for y'all to black out, and I don't think she's ever said for you not to watch the show. So for you to call a blackout, I think was a little presumptuous on your end. And I just don't feel like it was your place to do. But at the same time, I understand after watching the show again after a little bit, I get it. Like I chose on my own before the blackout was even called to not watch the show because I just couldn't get through it. There's so many people on the show I don't like and understand why they're on there because what they're giving isn't enough. It's not worth watching. I could be doing anything else. Like watching paint dry is how some of them make me want to just turn the TV off to do. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I just want you guys to like, comment, subscribe below. Let me know how you felt when the first blackout was announced. Let me know how you feel. Do you feel like I feel like True T has some points. I think that the way she's going about it is very aggressive. And I don't feel like it's that serious. It's YouTube. People are going to steal. They're trying to make a name for themselves as well. Do and should they? Now, when Tay talks now, if it's true that she's just out and out lying, then I get it. I get where the upsetness can come into play. I get where calling her out could come into play. But I'm gonna be honest with you, can't tell me what to do. I watch when Tay talks sometimes. I like some of the things that she says and does, and when I don't like it, I just move on. And there has been times where she would say things that I didn't agree with, and I'm like, this don't make no sense to me. I'm clicking off, and that's just my right. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't feel like I should be told to do something based on how you want. And then when I don't do it, you want to admonish people for it. I don't get that part. Because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do with my time. And you ain't gonna dissuade me or persuade me in any way, shape, or form. And I like options and I like choices. And so there's that. And I think that for you to call a blackout and the cast member that you feel like you're helping hasn't said anything of the sort, it was a little out of line for me when the first blackout was announced. And now you're having all these issues with these content creators because you're just a slight bit aggressive. Like it's too much. Like it's too much. And I still listen to you and I still watch you and I was a member, but I've taken all my memberships back from everybody that I was ever a member of because I just don't have the money to put into some nonsense. YouTube is a place where you come to express your opinions, to be creative, but I don't have to subscribe to your every weekend moment. Now, maybe down the line, I might have a membership and I hope that you see value in it. But until I see value in something, I've taken all my memberships back. I just don't see paying $5, 19.99, 9.99 to talk about the same stuff that you can talk about for free. And it's just the truth. There's no value in it. There's no course. I'm not learning anything that's going to better my life. I don't need to give you my money. Period. And I I probably will donate to the GoFundMe for Black Titanic because I do, I have listened to a few of her lives and I can tell that she has had a stroke. I didn't know for sure until, I looked at a video of hers and I saw that she was kind of slurring a bit. I saw that she was, it wasn't the same as how she was before. I know that prior to all of this happening, she was having trouble getting to the court cases that she was just trying to review for us. So now that she has her own court case, yes, she might just need some help. She might just need that GoFundMe. And I may donate, but that is of my own free will, of my own choice. Again, I like True T. I really do. I just feel she's a little aggressive. Does Caramel Rose steal stuff? Maybe. Maybe she does. But everybody does a little bit of that a little from time to time. You might see an image that somebody has and you might jazz it up in your own way. I I don't have an issue with that. Should you get the credit for it? Sure, you should. Is there a way to ask or bring attention to that? Yes. The way True T does it is aggressive. It just is. And I like True T. I'll still watch her channel. I like when Tay talk when I like when Tay talks, but not all the time. And then it's my choice to click off or not. I don't need you to tell me to not watch her because I support you. That's not your business who I watch and who I support and what I want to do with my time. And you telling people to black out to a show that the cast member that you're trying to support hasn't even said to do, that was too much for me at the time. Now, me having tried to watch it today and do a review over it today and in having been stopped watching it because they just don't bring, like, there's cast members on that show. I don't understand why we talk like Destiny. Why are we talking about the same shit every single episode? Every time we get on the screen and Destiny's on the screen, it's about Moses and how her feelings is hurt and how I'm tired. Tired. Anyway, guys, let me know how y'all feel. Do you think True T could have done things a little differently? Is she a little too aggressive? Does she have a point? Yes, I do feel like she has a point, but there's ways to go about it. Do you like another content creator telling you to do something with your own time and saying, well, if you don't do it, then you're not a supporter of mine, or if you are a supporter of mine, then you wouldn't do XYZ? I have my own mind. I can like you and like her and like him and like them at the same time. I don't appreciate being told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And the basis of it is if you're a supporter of mine. I can support you and support them and support the world if I wanted to. Ain't none of your business. All right. Let me let y'all go. Had to get that off my chest because I didn't understand. Like, okay, just let me know down below, guys. All right. Bye.